Yeah, Jason Simpson, UT Martin.
Give us your general thoughts on the upcoming season.
It's exciting. Last year all the quarterbacks were set, and this year I guess East Illinois, it's got the most experienced and talented returner. Things are a little bit different. Things are a little bit jumbled up, but we've got a lot of talent, and I'm certainly excited about this year's team.
You have to replace a few offensive weapons this year. Tell us about what we can expect from your offense this year.
Right. Derek Carr, our record-breaking quarterback, Quentin Sims, who's in the league now with the New England Patriots. Those are quality players. But we recruit. We've got some good players. It's just you don't know their names yet, but I think you will at the end of this season. So I'm very comfortable with that. Now, Derek was a 3-year starter for us. Derek Carr was. His first year we were 6-5, and only or 5-3 in the league. But he didn't have as talented a surrounding teammates around him as this year's quarterback will have. So I still think we have a chance, and you'll have to come to Martin and beat us to win the league.
On the defensive side of the ball, you have linebacker Ben Johnson, who led the OVC in tackles last year. Tell us about him and your defense this year.
Well, Ben's got a pretty unique story. He walked onto our program. I didn't know a whole lot about him. He left our team and become a regular student, then missed football, and he came back, and he was 25 pounds heavier. His body is physically matured, and when you see him downstairs, he's a linebacker. I mean, he really looks the part. He's very athletic, very smart, and certainly he's had the last 2 years have been outstanding statistically. Our defense, my expectations are very high this year. Statistically, we were not very good last year on defense, even though we won 8 games. And like I said, beat an FBS opponent. But so our expectations raised. We've got to get better on that side of the ball, and we've recruited well. And it's our second year in a system. I expect us to be as good or better on defense than we have been statistically offensively.
What do you like most about your team this year?
This is a some teams you have their own personalities, and sometimes they can be good or it can be bad. This team will take the lead of their coaches. There's a lot of do-right guys and a lot of good citizens. So whatever team meeting, whatever you say, hey, this is the goal, this is the temperament that we've got to have when we go outside of practice today. This team follows that lead, and it makes it what you're going to get when you go outside, and the ball bounces your way, you have a chance.
What is the biggest challenge for your team this year?
The obviously an experienced at quarterback. There's going to be a guy that's whoever it is. We got 3 guys vying for that position. So it's going to take a while to not only get them all reps to let them compete for the job, but just get our feet on the ground with that.
What are your general impressions of the OVC race this year?
I'm not a good person to ask because I've got a kind of a I've been head coach in this league for 7 years, and we've got the second highest winning percentage of any team in the league, behind Eastern Kentucky. And I was kidding Dean about this earlier. We've never been picked. I think one year, second year I was in the league, we were picked second, and that was probably the least talented team that we've had. So I'm not so sure everybody knows what's going on in everybody's program and stuff. So we just kind of use it as motivation. Last year we picked 6th, and like I said, we went 8-3 and finished second in the league. So hopefully we'll improve that trend this 2013 season.
Tell us a little bit about your schedule and how it plays out for your team this year.
Very difficult schedule, the most difficult we've ever had it's got to be in the history of UT Martin. You've got your 8 conference games, but our non-conference games are what a tremendous challenge, but a tremendous opportunity. You open up on the road at UT Chattanooga, top 20 team in the country in FCS. You go to Boise State. Obviously, we know their background. We'll play on the blue turf. We come home and play Central Arkansas, who's a top 5 team in FCS. As well as going to Memphis again in November. So your 4 non-conference games. I would challenge anybody in the league to have a more difficult schedule than we have.
What will it take for your team to be in the championship this season?
The kind of things you touched on. The defense statistically got to play better. Last year our formula was this: big plays on offense. We averaged 40 points a game. And on defense, we got turnovers. We were in the top 5 in the country, and we were number 1 in the country in special teams on being ranked in punt return, and kickoff return. So we'll probably follow that formula. Maybe not get as many turnovers as those things kind of come in cycles. But just be better in the red zone, keep our points per game down, and we'll have a chance. And we'll play fast on both sides of the ball.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.